Hi everybody, my name is Renata Filiacci and welcome to Upstate CBD's Wellness Talks. On this episode, I'm going to be talking about culinary and medicinal mushrooms and how they are similar to CBD and in retrospect to the effects that it has on our bodies. So this is a topic that is near and dear to me. In my master's program, I did my thesis on 10 different medicinal mushrooms, and I've been excited to talk about this for a while. So the Western diet was established during the industrial era and completely altered the nutritional physiognomies of ancestral diets. The Western diet is associated with the excessive overconsumption of sugars, carbohydrates, omega-6 fatty acids, proteins, salt, and processed foods. A proper nutritious diet should consist of a balance between micronutrients, which is vitamins and minerals, and macronutrients, which is carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids, for the body to function appropriately. However, the evolution of the Western diet has affected the disposition of the human body with the adjustment of 7 fundamental qualities, such as glycemic load, fatty acid composition, macronutrient composition, micronutrient density, acid-base balance, sodium-potassium ratio, and fiber content. So the constant imbalances of these nutritional qualities have contributed to an influx of inflammation, reduced regulation of fighting off infection, increased rates of cancer proliferation, and increased risk of allergic and autoinflammatory diseases, which is also associated with the accumulation of oxidative stress, influencing the development of chronic inflammatory illnesses. So I've talked about how CBD is extremely beneficial for inflammation, the immune system, chronic illness, and overall maintaining a good quality of life. But what about these other holistic resources? So mushrooms, culinary and medicinal, have been a hot topic recently due to their bioactive compounds and use for healing. However, not only are they tasty, but mushrooms have been used in Eastern medicine for managing chronic illness for thousands of years. I wanted to discuss 3 different mushrooms that are beneficial and similar in the many ways that CBD is for the body. Fungi is its own classification of living organisms, now as they are dependent on obtaining nutrients from other organisms, such as soil, plants, or the human body, by releasing enzymes to break down food sources like weakened, decaying, or dead matter, which categorize mushrooms as a saprotroph. Mushrooms are low in calories, cholesterol-free, and nutrient-dense, including selenium, potassium, riboflavin, vitamin Bs, niacin, vitamin D, proteins, and fiber. So you see that mushrooms contain a lot of the nutrients and vitamins that our body needs on a daily basis. Not only do mushrooms consist of the important nutrients, the bioactive compounds of mushrooms such as polysaccharides, which is a complex carb, amino acids, triterpenes, and terpenoids have antimicrobial, antiviral, anti-tumor, antioxidant, anti-allergic, adaptogen, immunomodulating, anti-atherogenic, hypoglycemic, hepatoprotective, and anti-inflammatory properties that have been used against chronic illness. The list is endless with mushrooms, and so is it with CBD. So you can kind of see the resemblance there. So the 3 mushrooms that I chose are some that I eat on a fairly regular basis. The first one I'm going to talk about is lion's mane. So research has found that lion's mane may protect against dementia, reduce mild symptoms of anxiety and depression, and help repair nerve damage. This is due to its complex bioactive terpenes called irisin and hirsinos. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'll put the words down below. which help regenerate and protect the neural growth factor. amyloid plaque, and myelin sheath, as well as endoplasmic reticulum in the brain. So endoplasmic reticulum is what builds the neural growth factor, and when that has stress due to mental illness, environment, pollution, chemicals, chronic illness, that neural growth factor tends to break down, and then that leads to neurodegenerative disease, or could potentially. And amyloid plaque is the stuff that builds up for Alzheimer's, and myelin sheath is what happens with patients that are experiencing MS. So it also has strong anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and immune boosting abilities, and has been shown to lower the risk of heart disease, cancer, ulcers, and diabetes. This could be relative to the works of CBG, cannabigerol, within the nervous system, as CBG helps with boosting cognitive function, lessening brain fog, and increasing mental clarity. It also reduces intraocular pressure, IBS symptoms, and cancer proliferation. So lion's mane mushroom has a very distinct taste to it, and it tastes similar to shellfish in a way, like lobster and crab. So I like to make lobster rolls or crab cakes with it. Very delicious, great substitute. So those are some good ideas. You can always email me for the recipe. So the second mushroom that I wanted to talk about is reishi. So reishi is an excellent mushroom for boosting your immune system, potentially fighting off cancerous cells and free radicals, as well as acts as a mood stabilizer. So it has a lot of calming properties that come from the compound triterpene, which reishi is abundant in. Triterpene is also used for its anti-inflammatory and anti-diabetic effects. As you see, this is similar to the use of CBD. CBD boosts the immune system, especially in autoimmune patients, and acts as a mood stabilizer. So using these together could really help with if you're suffering from anxiety, depression, if your mood is potentially imbalanced. So why not get some sort of reishi supplement? It can come in a powder, a capsule, you can get it in a tea, and that could really help with stabilizing the imbalances that are happening with it. The third mushroom that I'm going to discuss is one that I eat like 4 times a week. It's delicious. Is shiitake, which is a heart healthy mushroom. It's plentiful in polysaccharides, which is extremely beneficial carbohydrate found in food, helps lower cholesterol naturally, supporting cardiovascular health. Not only that, it has a lot of great vitamins and nutrients to help boost immunity and reduce cancer proliferation. With CBD being an anti-inflammatory, it works by supporting cardiovascular health as well. Also, the carrier oil in tinctures, the oil under the tongue, is heart healthy because of their abundance in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. So you can see that mushrooms are very beneficial to be having in our diet, and they are very similar to CBD. So if you were to use them on a consistent basis, you could potentially see a positive homeostasis happening within the body, which is that balance that we want. Shiitake can be just sauteed up with some garlic and parsley and butter. You can put them with some caramelized onions. I like to put a little liquid smoke and make them into like bacon bits. And then also into little tacos, and you can flavor them however you want, whether it be Latin or Caribbean or Middle Eastern, and then a little aioli on top is delicious. So once again, email me for some recipes. But yeah, so this was my talk on mushrooms, medicinally and culinary, to help with any of those therapeutic effects. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My email is below, or call any of our stores to discuss further. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks.